back-to-back championship winning coach, Coach John Kelly. Coach, I'm going to go ahead and get right down to this, bro. Now, I have been advocating for some cross-state rivalries here for the last couple of years. Maryland versus VA, the best of the best, getting out there on the field together. Major news breaking right now. You all next year are going to be playing both South County and Stonebridge. Why did you all decide to go down this road?
I'm a high school football purist, right? So I mean, like, and it always intrigues me. Like, even like if you watch college football matchups, right? When like teams that don't normally play each other, play each other, right? So I always find like those games like interesting, So I thought this was a chance for our program, just go out and just compete against somebody different, right? I mean, teams that have the same aspirations that we do, teams that are aspiring to win a state title every year. I thought it was, great for, not only us, but, great for the state of Maryland, right? Great for Montgomery County football, just to kind of showcase, our kids and, kind of same thing with the Virginia guys, So I think it's just a win-win situation for everybody, right? I mean, you get better by playing good teams. That's just how it is, right? I mean, so I'm just excited for the opportunity and the chance for, again, not only for, our team, but, for our county, our state. I think it'll be fun. And it's never happened before, right? I mean, like, I don't, never. I can remember when, I was at Seneca, late 90s. The year after I graduated, I remember Seneca played, Centerville, early 2000s, for like a 1 or 2 year kind of deal. But, I mean, since then, going back historically through Montgomery County football, if you go back in the 80s, the 90s, been a lot of good teams through the 2000s. None of those teams ever ventured out, up county, So I'm just excited for it,
I agree with that. And look, I think that you brought up a very interesting point. That was the whole iron sharpens iron perspective. And I truly, truly believe in that. When you look at you all squad, and this is no disrespect to any other teams in Maryland 4A, especially out here in Montgomery County. I live here as well, so no disrespect. But if Northwest is not at the absolute top of their game, you all often don't get a huge challenge until you get into the playoffs, more specifically into the semis. Was that a portion of the thought process that goes into this to be able to give your kids some major run early on in the season?
Yeah, no doubt. I'll be honest too. I think one thing that kind of affected us in the 2019 season, we kind of we played a tough schedule early on. Played a really, really tough Damascus team. It was really, really good in 2019. Won that game. Beat a really tough Northwest team. Early in the season. Then we kind of had a lull.
Yeah.
For like 6 or 7 weeks, we just didn't really play anybody. And I think our kids, as much as coaches we try, we just got complacent. And like when you lose, like you learn the most about yourself and your team when you lose, right? And when you lose, like you're evaluating everything. You're evaluating yourself. You're evaluating your team. And when you play tough, even when you win games, like close games, it's just you evaluate. And that's how you get better. You don't get better beating people 60-0.
No,
right?
Right.
I mean, now you can execute in those games, and execution, plays a part in that. So that's why we strive to play well, because it is. You are getting better to a point. So I shouldn't say you're not getting better, but
sure,
it's just the execution part of it when you're winning those games is the important part of it. So and then we get to play games when you're even talent. It just makes you that much better in the long run.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to parlay into this right now. I know that the ultimate goal at the end of the season is to hoist that championship trophy again, as you all have been able to do the last 2 years, but I got to imagine that it's also cool to hoist that trophy while having a 0 at the end of your record, right? So from that perspective, you're not just playing teams from across the bridge, like you're playing 2 championship squads from across the bridge. Was there any hesitation either from your behalf or from their behalf to take these massive games in which, hypothetically speaking, you all could have 2 losses in the first 4 games? Was there any hesitation?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You're right. So, I mean, obviously, we've won 30 games in a row. But for me, like, that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's there's an end goal that you're trying to get to. So yeah, we could have, hey, let's play, just take an easier game and preserve, try to preserve, have an easier chance to preserve. But like you said, realistically, again, going into week 4, we could be sitting at 2-2.
Sure.
But that's fine, right? That's football,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if we don't want that to happen, right, we got to work our butts off and put ourselves in position so it doesn't happen. But we're going to have a chance to play 2 really, really good football programs, and we're excited to be able to do it, to be able to go out there and compete, because there's nothing like competing.
To educate our viewers here, what effects, if any, will this have on the final playoff ranking?
Yeah,
I know
so we'll still get, like, the points will work out. So they do the point system. So both Stonebridge is a 5A and South County's a 6A. So we'll get like 4A points for them. It's the equivalent of us playing a 4A team, right? So it doesn't. It's actually probably better for us, right? Like, because, for example, if we beat a 4A team that wins 1 game, then again, we're only going to get 8 points. But if we are fortunate enough to maybe win one of those games, then again, we would end up getting a lot more points.
Is this something that's going to be a one-time only thing, or are you all working out home and homes?
No, so it's a 2-year. It's a 2-year deal. So this year we're going to South County. Next year South County comes to us.
Wow.
And then this year Stonebridge comes to us, and then next year we're going to go to Stonebridge.
I get you out of here on this, Coach, because this is one of the reasons, beyond the idea of seeing these games occur from the football team perspective. One of the other things that I always yearn for in this is having these cross-state rivalries from the fans' perspective, from the community's perspective. Like, I look forward to seeing, the Stonebridge crew coming up to QO and the Red Army going down to South County and vice versa. How important and how cool is this for the Quince Orchard, and, like you talked about earlier, the entire Montgomery County, state of Maryland community, to be able to come out and support these games, not just watch them on Twitter and Instagram?
Yeah, no, man, it's like you said. So it's like anything that's like new, right? So, like, even our student section can get complacent, right? So this is something where, like, they're out. That's not going to happen. Like, when we go down to South County, I fully expect it to be an awesome atmosphere, right?
Yes.
And fans, everything, the whole 9 yards, and especially when Stonebridge comes here to us, right? Just again, you're talking about just a colossal football game. That's going to be excellent. So we have 2 of those to look forward to. And it's new, right? It's like you're saying, the fans, it gives new juice to everything, So, it's gonna be fun.
Now, look, I'm excited already, brother. I cannot wait. Look, I always look forward to football season, obviously, but this are dates that myself and the rest of the whole DMV community will definitely mark off on their calendar. Defending state champions back-to-back, Quince Orchard taking on former state champion South County, former multiple-time state champion Stonebridge. DMV football just went to the next level. Coach, thank you. Thank Rabs. Thank you, Coach, Principal Thomas, all of you for making this happen. We appreciate it.
No problem. We're excited. Looking forward to it.
Ricardo Report, bruh.